testimony of what he did to me. So he went to trial. And it was really nice to be in a courtroom where I wasn't the defendant for a change. That was ridiculous too. And eventually he was convicted. He was censured, which means absolutely nothing, particularly because he'd already retired. But it was really, truly humiliating for him, so I was all for it. And I do remember he stood up during the trial and said, if it takes my last dime and lasts as long as I live, I will fight this case to the bitter end. And I thought, that's a great idea. Why don't you just do that, dude? You know, let's hope it takes a quarter of a century out of your life. And so when I got out, I formed the organization that I now direct, which is the Action Committee for Women in Prison. And I work with the women that I left behind. But I wanted to make a couple of comments about different questions that have been raised. I've been to prison for a long time. And believe me, it's hell. You don't want to go there. Had I gotten the death penalty, I would have volunteered and signed up for it. Anybody who thinks that sentencing someone to life without the possibility of parole is letting them off easy has never been in there. It is hell every single day of your life. Beyond that, the case that was referred to earlier from Texas, Cameron Todd Willingham. Cameron Todd Willingham was convicted of arson, of setting fire to his home in which his 3 children died. They didn't seem to like his answers, whatever. They had an expert who testified, yes, it was arson. It was junk science. Cameron Todd Willingham was innocent, and he went to his execution protesting his innocence. Arson experts from around the world have taken on this case and said there is no way. I could be Cameron Todd Willingham. I was lucky enough that the California Supreme Court saved me because I could have been him, but I was alive to be exonerated when the evidence came up. And I don't think that you can continue to have the death penalty as long as there's people like me or anyone else, like the 224 men who have been exonerated off of death rows across this country via DNA evidence. The Innocence Projects work constantly, very hard. And many people aren't lucky like I am. They're not going to get out. But we can't take the chance of continuing to execute innocent people, because I can guarantee you, we will execute another innocent person.